Welcome back, guys. This is Skek here. Today I'm reviewing set 75337 Republic ATTE, released in 2022 for $140. It has 1,082 pieces in it, and it comes with 8 minifigures along with a spider droid, and then we have the main ATTE build. Let's start with these minifigures. Starting off, our highlight minifigure is this new Phase 2 Commander Cody. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever seen him, and to me he looks pretty good with his visor in. The helmet holes have never really bothered me, but I know that's a very controversial topic. Got excellent printing on his chest and on his legs, no arm printing, and then on his back we have that kind of backpack thing. And then we have 3 standard 212th troopers. 2 of them have heavy blasters, and then 1 of them has a medium blaster. And then we have an excellent brand new Phase 2 clone gunner with excellent. I really like that chest missing. I also like kind of how he's beat up on his helmet. I think it looks amazing. Then to go against the clones, we have 3 regular battle droids along with 1 of a new spider droid design. Personally, I would have preferred a crab droid as that'd be more accurate to the scene, but it's fine either way to me. Now onto the build itself. In my opinion, this is the best ATTE model LEGO has ever made, and it looks amazing on the outside for display. It does not have a lot of big gaps. I mean, there's very small cracks here and there, and then if you come up under here, there's gaps. There's some small gaps there, and then up there. But besides those, then they also on the other side, really no other major flaws. Except I will say that this cannon, I've had this set now for 2 years, and the cannon has really started to sag. As you can see, here's it in its standard position. But I guess that's not a major issue, and that's a quick and easy fix. Now let's move on to the play features. This thing has so many play features in it, it's crazy. Starting off up front, we have all 4 of these bubble turrets, which of course are all posable. I would say these ones on the bottom are quite fragile, and they do break on me quite often. But my bubble turrets have also gotten quite stiff. This one's going to take some real pressure to get moving, but so I got it moving there. And then up top, these 2 up top stay on pretty good. And with that, the cockpit here pops right out. No room for 1 minifigure. The minifigure fits really good on there, and he's got 2 little levers there. And then we'll go ahead and pop him in, and it slides right in. It's kind of satisfying. And there's what it looks like with the minifigure inside. Fits great, no issues there with the cockpit. Then, as we turn it to its side, on the side here we do have some stickered elements, and then up top here and here. But in my opinion, they aren't that noticeable, and they do get the coloring right. I also have these front legs. Now the legs on this thing are not movable. They aren't really posable, as they just snap back into position. But these middle legs, you can move, pretty well, and then this middle foot, you can turn 360 degrees. Yeah. Then we're gonna open up this middle section here, which opens up. And you have room for 2 minifigures and this little pull-out cart in here. Set that down for now. But in there, we have a little crate here, which is removable, and then we have a little rack over there, which has room for 2 little bombs, or grenades, whatever you want to call them. And then I think I'll be able to get my phone in there. But this has room for 2 minifigures, which fit in there quite good. And then you can just take this. It can take a little finessing to get in there, but once you get it, it stays in there pretty well. And then we just close these up. I really like the way they were able to get the angling on everything. I think it looks quite good. And then up top here we have our main cannon, which can spin 360 degrees. And of course has room for our 1 minifigure. And I put the clone gunner up there, and he fits quite good up there. I will say though, if you spin this hard enough, he can fly out. The other thing is that whenever I go to pick up this set, he does fall out often, as it's just a flat tile right there. and there's no studs holding him, and he also does have a little control panel there. And then we also have 2 stud shooters, which I think everybody knows how those work. Just pushing in and they fire off 2 little grain studs. Now we move here to the middle section, and like I said, the legs, posable, this twists, and then we have a handle here, which you're able to pick up the set with and carry it around pretty well. I've never really had the handle break on me, so it works great. Now we can move to the back section. Once again, 2 more posable bevel turrets, move quite good. And then if we come down here, there are 2 big gaps here, but they're not a big deal unless you're, down there low. And I like the way this opens up. You pull this apart and it uses those 2. It slides down here. You can kind of use it as a ramp, but it kind of takes some finessing. All of this opens up to this wide open area. Now you do have a little coffee mug here, and then my fire extinguisher, which seems to have moved, but that can go right here in the middle. And you also have another stud over here where you can put whatever you want. You also have a small weapons rack here, and then room for another weapons rack. And then here in the middle, you have seating for 5. And then over here, you have a little control panel where you can maybe have your figure controlling these back turrets. And yeah, figures fit pretty good in here. Even at 5 figures, it still fits pretty good, in my opinion. And then we can close that up. It's really satisfying to see it all close up there. And yeah, if we turn it on this side, much of the same. A unique feature I did kind of notice about this is that if you turn it up, it can sit on its hind legs, which I thought was kind of cool. Now, the overall stability of the thing is very good. Beyond these small bubble turrets up front, nothing else really comes off often, and everything seems to stay together pretty good. Now onto the small spider droid. The spider droid, in my opinion, is probably the best spider droid LEGO's ever built. The front cannon is posable, and you can also point these little, I think it's eyes up and down, and then this little satellite dish kind of thing on top can move around, and then these legs are fully posable, but it does not like to stay up, and it does break a lot. Now overall, I would have to rate this set a solid 9 out of 10, just because it is probably the greatest AT-TE we will ever see LEGO make, and is definitely the greatest one they have made so far. It has so many great minifigures, great play features, and for $140, I think it's a great deal. This set has not yet retired, so I definitely go recommend picking it up while it's on clearance. I've seen it go as low as $90 at Walmart, but yeah, that's it. Skek1 out.